this is what happens. And my Omar won't stop crying in his pen. He wouldn't stop crying in his pen. I just woke up. I don't know what time it is. Oh. Omar won't let me sleep. I gotta be innovative because I can't have him sleep on top of me. I did do that. I did that the other night. I did that the other night. But it didn't last long. He was sleeping on top of me. I mean, and it's very nerve-wracking because I'm afraid he's going to fall off, and I don't sleep good. I have kind of nightmares, but I was exhausted. But this time, I have to get dressed, so I wanted to show you my Omar. I'm going to show you my Omar. While I get dressed. This is my bra. One of my bras. My other one, like I said, even though it's the same damn size, which is a 34 double D will call, it doesn't fit me exactly the same. Can you see him? Not sure. Can you see my baby? Not really. Now, okay, a little bit of time. A little bit of time before Grandma comes home. Omar has this thing, I don't pretend to understand it, where he'll sleep for hours during the day, okay? Once he's eaten and done his business outside, etc., etc. And he will sleep for hours during the day. Okay? And he will. He'll sleep for hours during the day. But for some reason, at night, even when he's done his business and there's nothing left to do, he's eaten, he's done his business, he doesn't want to sleep in the damn pen. For some reason, he gets more agitated at night. 1,000 milligram from Dog Naturally. 1,000 milligram CBD oil is on its way here. Full spectrum. The good crap. When I had that before, I knocked him out for 5 hours. So it looks like for some reason he needs an extra something at night. It doesn't make sense, but regardless, it's what happens. Maybe it's because he slept so much during the day that he's not really tired at the point where I'm trying to have him go to sleep because there's nothing more to do and I want to go to sleep. But I shouldn't be staying up all night. See, I need to get into a better schedule with him and not be having him eat so late. So that's my bad. But nonetheless, I had to sleep, even if it's early in the morning until now. But bear in mind, I tried to sleep in the middle of the night, and he wouldn't let me. See, you gotta understand that. Right now, I thought I would take advantage and show you that. That's his bed. You have to be very careful if I put that in his pen, that everything's wrapped around really good, because he can fall on the side badly, because the pen is bigger, a little bit, by like an inch. Not by much. It's the closest I could get. Anyhow, I won't go out like to the stores, out walking, out on the public transportation or anything in these shorts that I'm going to put on right now, but I sure as fuck will go just in my yard to take Omar out. I can go in my yard in a bikini if I want. You know what I mean? Fasted all day yesterday on just water. Hadn't done that in a while. I did do it. I didn't weigh myself before or after. After would be now, and I'm not weighing myself. I didn't. Again, it's just I like to do it once in a while. I think it's good. Oh. Doing everything I could do in here while he's still sleeping. He should wake up any minute. The Dr. Scholl's I got, they were $80 on Zappos. I got for 50, and I got have gotten ruined, but it doesn't matter. How? I don't know. It's possible that they're not waterproof, and I went out in the pouring rain with them. It's possible Omar pissed on them, but I think they're just not good quality. They're not cheap. Probably you can't get them super. I bet that's what it is. See, I only bought them for something to put on quickly. I didn't buy them for aesthetic value, see? But if I had, I'd be pissed. Because how easily they get ruined. I've only walked around in them inside the house and out on the deck and out on the You know what I mean? I've only walked around outside in them not that much, but they're ruined. They're all black on one side. I'm going to show you how this happened. Your guess is as good as mine. I do not know. I do not know. Honestly, I don't know how they got ruined. I just know that I wouldn't never. They're ruined. They got all black on different sides, and it could very well be times that Omar peed on me and I didn't realize. But they're also, even this is coming off the bottom, they're not high quality. I should do a review and say, they're not high quality. To get ruined this easily, even this rubber thing's coming off the bottom. Yeah, they're not high quality because I don't use them just to take him out in the deck and yard. I don't even go in the yard. I don't want to go anywhere near the yard, even when it's cut, I just walk on the pavement. So they're not any good, but they serve their purpose. I'm returning one of them because I kept the 11 wide, and I'm returning the 11 regular. All right, but still strange. I'm definitely going to show you. The rubber is not coming off the bottom because Omar peed on the shoes and I didn't realize. So they're just, I don't know. Like I said, if I had purchased them, like like I said, like normal people would, to be going out in them and walking around and, and there's something wrong. So I'm going to quickly wash my hands so I could take my earplugs and my night guard out, but I gotta watch him because he can wake up in a second. Although he can't stand, but he could maneuver himself enough to fall off the bed. So I gotta wash my hands real fast. I have to pee all this time I'm talking to you. But I didn't want to wake Omar up. I figured I'd take advantage and do this stuff. I have a huge Vitacost order coming. He's still sleeping. See, he slept for a lot of hours, but not until I had to go crazy because he wouldn't stop whining and crying in his pen. It's a brain blip with him. He wants to not be in that pen, and unless but he fell asleep next to me, thank God, for hours. I'm not talking a couple hours. I'm talking he's still asleep, and I slept really good for 5 hours. It's the middle of the day right now because I couldn't go to sleep right away, but it's okay as long as I could sleep. It doesn't matter. I'm wide awake now. I can do the things I need to do. So I'm holding in my piss because I can't go piss and leave him there like that, but I can do this other stuff quick. I have a huge $400 Vitacost order coming. And I told you about their shit. That's the most ridiculous shit. Told my bank too. There's nothing they could do about it except be shocked, right? Vitacost doesn't care. Vitacost doesn't care. I spent a long time talking to a manager who wasn't, to put it mildly, was just a jerk. He's like, I'm like, but my bank is on the line the entire time, which the Vitacost manager didn't know, neither did I. I was talking to my bank first because I thought it was an error when I have on pending almost like $800. I'm like, why is this double for Vitacost? This is ridiculous. And that's what Vitacost did. They found a discrepancy of 10 cents, a measly 10 cents. So it's not right what they do. They immediately charge you the new price with the extra 10 cents on it, but the old charge is still on pending because it takes a few days to be off of your bank account. Is that fair? Well, you're going to get it back, ma'am. Or, you know, whoever he called me. They don't call you by the first name. He might not have said anything, but the male manager is like, he didn't understand. He's like, he just was not a great, nice person. He just like, it's going to fall off, you know. You're only going to have the one charge. We're not going to charge you double. That's not the point. The point is, I didn't know you were going to do this. What if I had bills bouncing? What if I had auto pays coming out? What if all this crap? Because you, unbeknownst to me, have a policy where, and my bank agreed. They're like, they should wait until the one charge falls off of your bank account. And that guy, manager, even told me, you know, at least you're not, I think he said BOA. I've heard people say that their charge stays on for 10 days. Yeah, and that should tell you even more that it's not right. Because you fucked up and there's a 10 cents. Well, we'll give you the you can take the 10 cents and shove it up your ass. I wasn't able to buy anything or do anything while that pending charge was falling off. And in the meantime, my bank account was held up. Almost, like $800 almost. So now I know if I want to order from Vitacost, my price I pay is that I have to make sure I have that much money double in my account. I didn't even check this time. I just figured I just was doing things and accounting for, I did a Vitacost order, and for all I know, they temporarily had 2 pending charges that for $800. Okay? Totally. But to them, they don't give a fuck. He doesn't care. The manager doesn't care, and I didn't know that my bank account was listening the entire time. And when I came back, I'm like, you stayed on that phone for all this time? I had to wait for like an hour? It was ridiculous. All my time matters too. And she's like, yeah, I heard it all. I heard it all because I had 2 phones. I had her on one phone and him on my mom's phone and him on my phone. I put him on speaker. I think I had him on speaker. I might have had him on speaker, or I just had the volume turned up and you could hear. Or maybe whatever. Doesn't really matter. I don't really care if you're going to say that's illegal either. Because I think I told him, but I didn't know if she was still there. I told him, you know, I have my bank on the other phone. I think I actually told him the truth. That she was, I didn't know if she was still listening. I didn't have her on speaker. I had her not on speaker. I might have had him on speaker. And then afterwards, I said, were you listening to that entire thing? She's like, yeah, I can't believe it. I cannot believe they do that. I cannot believe they do. I know. They don't give a fuck. I guess it's perfectly legal to do, too. But him just insult to injury. I can give you the 10 cents. They didn't give me the 10 cents back, by the way. They never did. I mean, I don't care about the 10 cents. I care about if I wanted to make other purchases while this is dropping off. In the meantime, you're holding up my bank account. This is not a credit card. This is a bank card. I don't have a credit card. Someone with a credit card wouldn't have to worry about that. People with credit cards tend to have higher limit or whatnot. And then I played devil's advocate to myself, to my bank person, because again, she wrote this all in comments under my account. And I said, well, what if, I had enough, the nearly $400 for this huge Vitacost order, but what if you tried to put it through again and it doesn't go through? You would have canceled my fucking order, motherfuckers? That's what they would have done. It's sickening. And the thing is, how come no one else does it? How come only Vitacost does it? No other company does it, You can't determine the 10 fucking cents. It's not right. It's not right what they do. It's disgusting, okay? It's disgusting. My bank agrees. She was so nice, and she was appalled. How do I know she was appalled? She stayed on the line the entire time. It took me a long time to get through. Because remember, when I first saw the double charge, I thought it was just an error. I called my bank. I'm like, what's up with this? Why are there 2 pending charges holding up my bank account? This is not I don't have any money in my account. I'm living, I'm poor, and I can't even believe this. And she couldn't believe it either. And we got to the bottom of it. That's Vitacost policy. It's disgusting. It's a disgusting policy. It's ridiculous how my bank feels too. They're like, yeah, they should wait. They should not charge you again. They just shouldn't do it, period. But it's how they do it. And they do it partial if they do partial orders too. So you have to allow in your bank. Now I know, I never knew before. You have to allow for way more, but they'll do partial orders before the original. So let's say I do a $400 order. The $400 is still pending, right? But in the meantime, they'll do a partial order for this, that, or whatever. That will add on to pending. So you're, for a while, but all they care about is, well, in the end, we'll charge you the right amount. I know, you don't give a fuck that you're tying up people's bank accounts, and they might have things bounce, and they might have to pay bills, and they might want to buy other stuff. I made sure that I had enough in my bank account for a double order. And I do it because Vitacost is, without question, has the cheapest prices you can get anywhere. I had a 20% off discount. They already have lower price stuff, and you get a 20% off discount, and it's just the cheapest you can get anywhere, okay? My last big Vitacost order, I had no problems with it. But guess why I had no problems with it? Not a single one. No cans, no Pacific bone broth. This time I did Pacific bone broth. Okay? Simply because I'm getting lower. I like to stock up. I'm getting lower. Not low completely. I'm not going to wait till I'm completely out of it. My luck, I'll wait till I'm completely out, and then they won't have any. Okay? But no matter, I've ordered my organic Pacific bone broth from Walmart, right? Have I done it from Walmart? I've done it from, I don't know if I've done it from Walmart. From Target and from Vitacost. They do ridiculous things. They overpack it, and it spills all out. So this time, we have a lot of things. They pack it too heavy, too. They send out 40 pounds. They do. Vitacost are idiots. That's their policy, the warehouse policy, to save money, and they take their chances. They send out 40 pounds filled with glass, apple cider vinegar, glass, Pacific organic bone broth, fragile. And they'll pack it all in one big thing. And then, you know how many times it hasn't even arrived at my doorstep? It's been destroyed in transit, and I get a thing saying your whole package was canceled because it was destroyed, and then I have to reorder it. And I have to say, you need to still give me my discount. It's not my fault this was destroyed in transit, Or it arrives on my doorstep completely destroyed. It's sickening. There's so many chances this time around for it to be not good. There's because I had 20% off. It was a special thing because, please come back. They were having a 15% off thing for site-wide, but I have a 20% off thing for please come back, we miss you, blah, 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 whatever. See? So, I took my chances with bone broth, apple cider vinegar, and cans of that salmon, the good quality canned salmon that I like. So there are so many opportunities for that shit to just be ridiculous, And I just, and for my trouble and my aggravation and my pissed offness or whatever, even if stuff spills on other stuff that technically I could still use, I have every right in the universe. There's nobody but a moron who would say I don't to report it all damaged. Okay? If bone broth or fish or whatever gets all over my other items on the outside, even if I technically can still use those items, I have every right to say they're damaged. Okay? Or cherry juice. We don't do cherry juice anymore. It's $16 a bottle for that dynamic organic cherry juice concentrate that between me and my mom we use up, and we can't do that. It's too expensive. Hey, sweet boy. But do you believe it? He slept. He slept all these hours next to me. And if he can do it in the pen sometimes during the day, but not at night. He's got this thing where he just would not relax in his pen. He gets obsessed with standing up. His brain goes haywire. But then if I take him in my arms, but I can't sleep with him on top of my chest. I can only sleep briefly, so I put him in this next to me, and he slept for hours and hours and hours. He's been sleeping now for like 6 hours, and he's still asleep. Alright, it's almost out. Almost out. I have to pee-pee. Really take my chances if I go pee-pee and leave my hair. Well, like I said, he wakes up with this like us and he's groggy, so I might be able to pee real fast.